You're a toughie to me. Every other. Thank you. Thank you.
Welcome. Please come.
Good afternoon and a warm welcome to a very special launch event from Cipla. My name is Dr. Bendre and I am your host and host for this afternoon. As I look around the room, I see a wonderful mix of people, as well as a better understanding to what makes Cipla so special.
Very good afternoon everyone, and a very warm welcome to all of you for taking time out and coming for this special initiative. As you know, that Cipla has been at the forefront of respiratory care for almost 6 decades now. This is something, what we breathe at Cipla. This is something, what we do at Cipla in respiratory care, especially asthma, which happens to be the biggest chronic condition today out of India. Almost 7.9% children out of the Indian population suffer from asthma. I was recently told by Dr. Bernali that almost every other patient of asthma, happens to be a child, and that's the magnitude of the problem that we are dealing with. And at Cipla, we've taken it on us to make sure to do everything that we can to ensure that Indian children with asthma breathe better. So whether it has been the whole continuum of providing diagnostics, whether it has been devices, whether it is the various treatment modalities and armamentarium, whatever the medical practitioners, we have made sure that we make it available and give them the right choices to manage their patients better. With this campaign that we are launching today, which happens to be the Tuffies campaign, we would like to give a warm welcome to this consumer awareness initiative, which is again a continuation of our initiatives that we have done in the past to spread the awareness for respiratory diseases. Whether it was Berog Zindagi, whether it is the whole Breathe Free initiative that we've been running for years to make sure that patients breathe better. Today, when we are talking of consumers as children, we took it on us to talk to them in a language which they understand, and to make them aware of how a life with asthma can be lived in a much better manner than what's happening today. So the whole intent of launch of this campaign is to make sure that our children who are suffering from asthma do become more aware, which people or kids would relate to. I'm myself getting addicted to it, so that's how it's not limited to kids anymore, I believe, but I'm myself getting quite addicted to it. It's just an effort to make sure that we speak to children in the language that they can understand even better. So with this, I believe that initiatives like this, the campaigns like this initiative, she herself has an experience, so she's somebody who's the right person, who's gone through what it means to be a mom of a child, and what difference can be brought to the life of an asthmatic child. Thanks to Dr. Bernali, as always. Thanks to the entire Cipla team, and I would like to remind you once again, this is a mission that we have all taken on ourselves, and we will not rest, till the time we do everything that we can to make sure that asthmatics in India breathe better. So I guess, that's the initiative, and that's a good job done by all of you, so far. And I really congratulate each one of you for living that purpose. So as always, this is just a new beginning, and let's see that how together we can make a big difference to the lives that we want to touch upon. Thank you so much, and with this, I would like to hand it over back.
Dr. Bernali Bhattacharya, a pediatric consultant and asthma specialist, to give us a little overview of pediatric respiratory care. Dr. Bhattacharya is a dedicated practitioner with extensive experience in diverse healthcare settings. Her mission is to ensure that children with asthma are given every opportunity to thrive, and she does this by not only giving optimum care to children who visit her clinic in Pune, but also by training doctors across
meeting to talk about a disease which is closest to my heart. At my clinic, we say that the airways and the lungs of the asthmatic children is the heart of my practice. Why do I say this? Do you know that asthma is the commonest chronic disorder of childhood? Globally, there are 350 million asthmatics, of which 50% are children. That means every other asthmatic in this world is a child. In India, nearly 8% of our children have asthma. 15 million children in this huge country of ours, with its massive population, are asthmatics. I am immensely grateful to Cipla that it's the first time ever that they have thought of a campaign.
Mother Sonali Bendre to give us her experience and thoughts on the Tuffies campaign.
Good afternoon, everybody. Great to see so many of you here. First of all, thank you, Mr. Gaurav, Dr. Vikas, and I'm so happy to be sitting here next to Dr. Bernali, who I must say is stunning. I've been admiring her. You know, I've been wanting to ask her, what is it that you're wearing in your bun? It's so pretty and beautiful eyes. And you just said something about reversing the age, 62 and 26. I think you're 26-year-old. You're definitely not 62. The energy is that of a 26-year-old. It's amazing. And I really hope I can always live young in my head the way you are. And I think that also comes from having a purpose in life, which you do. And that's what keeps you going. And that is a great lesson that I'm going to take back with me today. But we're here for the campaign that Cipla is running for kids. The initiative is called Tuffies. I've been part of Cipla's earlier campaigns also. And I agree with Dr. Bernali. They were targeted towards the parents, towards the elders. And this campaign is targeted towards the children. You know, we always, we don't give our children enough credit, or we don't believe how much they can understand and grasp a situation. But they are very mature, and when they're put in a position, and if you can explain things to them, they get it very quickly and they rise to the occasion. That's been my experience, where when I went through my illness and when I explained that to my son, he more than rose to the occasion, understood exactly what I was talking about. In fact, became one of my biggest support systems in that. And I find that when you treat your children, when you talk to them as adults, because you might need a little bit longer to explain a thing rather than saying, "Bade ho jaoge to samajh mein aayega." That statement is just not the thing. The moment you can take those 5 minutes extra and explain the thing to a child, I have realized that you have a more understanding teenager. If you've done that with your child in the younger age, your teenage years are easier because your child understands. They learn to, they understand the other side of it. They understand others' point of view. And suddenly the bond between the parent and the child is also much better. My child had asthma, and you were right. It was, though I was in the city with everything going on, it was a tough call to take because so many myths. There's so many things that people tell you, and it's like, you know, don't put them on medication. They're going to start putting on weight. They will not have the strength. There's so many myths about it. Fortunately or unfortunately for me, I had a father who was asthmatic, and my childhood went in seeing horrifying asthma attacks, because an asthma attack, a full-blown, any parent who has seen it or anybody who has asthma in the family, when you get a full-blown asthma attack, when you can't breathe, life is over. Not seeing, not being able to breathe, you just realize how there's nothing in life without breath. And a person who's breathless and you can't do anything, and you can see
Thank you so much, everyone. Requesting Dr. Vikas, Dr. Berne and Sonali to take their seats.